Hi, my name is Antos, and today I wanted to show you guys how you can increase the sort of the production value, the look of your videos using stock footage. I think a lot of people, are sometimes maybe afraid of using stock footage because they think their videos are going to look a little more like too generic, or maybe they're just simply not even sure exactly where you can get stock footage, how much is it, is it really that expensive, all that stuff. And I'm actually using a website called videoblocks.com. Really great website, and I've used many of their shots in my past productions. So today I wanted to show you some examples from a film that I did last year called NWO United We Stand. Here's a few shots from the trailer. If you guys want to see the film before watching this tutorial, then the link is in the description of this video. And I actually end up using a bunch of stock footage shots in this film, and the main one being this opening shot here, as you can see. So we're flying over this sort of a suburban winter kind of a setting. It's in the middle of a sort of a war zone. And the reason why I got this shot is because I weren't able to get this kind of a looking aerial shot. I do actually have access to like a little aerial drone, but I just basically, when I was filming the movie, I was nowhere near this kind of setting, and that's where I wanted to make it feel like the film is taking place. Plus also, it's just, even with the aerial drone, it's really hard to fly that fast, and that high. So that's where stock footage comes in really great. I also used stock footage in my film of the shot of the White House, simply because it was winter when I was doing the film, and I needed to get a sort of a summer shot of the White House. Plus, it was way too far for me to actually drive to Washington to get that shot. And also I got this shot here of the US flag, which is actually like a motion graphic shot. And Videoblocks is great because they offer not just stock footage, but also clip art, motion graphics, even After Effects, templates, so you can sort of modify them and create your own motion graphics. For the opening shot, I ended up downloading these 3 different shots from their website. And like I said, stock footage is great if, for example, let's say you want to get an aerial shot, but you just can't afford to get it any other way. Well, stock footage is really affordable. Also, for example, let's say, like I said, you want to get a shot of something that's halfway around the world, some landmark or something that you can put in your film as an establishing shot. And again, stock footage is great for that. And many other applications, like I said, there's some cool motion graphics and things like that you can use. So here for the opening shot, out of those 3 shots, I chose this one. And so what I end up doing to this shot that I chose is I sort of cropped off on the top and the bottom with a letterbox, and simply because my film was a wider aspect ratio. And then I ended up adding some smoke and fire to make it look like the scene is in the middle of a war zone. And now to modify this shot, what I first did is I ended up tracking this shot in 3D so that I could then in 3D space add basically elements to it, which is again more stock footage of fire and smoke and that kind of stuff. So here, let me show you how I do it in Bozo. So here I'm just going to load in the image sequence with the shot, and change the frame rate here to 24 frames per second. Click apply. Once I have the shot in here, as you can see, I can scroll just sort of to take a look at how the shot looks. And then it's really simple. You just click the track feature, and as you can see, it's going to go through the whole shot frame by frame. It's going to create these little points, sort of tracking all the little elements within your shot. And then based on that, it can calculate the 3D motion of the camera. Let me just skip forward to when it's finished tracking. So once it's done tracking, you can sort of see, you can scroll through it, you see all the points are moving properly. Then all you have to do is just click camera solve and go start. Now you can also do the 3D camera move tracking in After Effects right now, but I just prefer, I've been using Bozo for such a long time that this is how I prefer it to work. But anyways, as you can see here now, we have these points that are moving in 3D space, and they're perfectly matching our shot. So now all I have to do is just go export here, go export camera solve, and for the settings here, I'm gonna go to After Effects, and then I'll the move type, it's a moving camera static scene. And then you just choose where you want to save the file, the MA file, and click save. So let me actually save it here, and I'm just gonna name it camera 1 and click save. And now we're going to After Effects. And in After Effects, we're just going to import it here. So it's going to be camera1.ma and click open. So now it's going to create this new composition, which is called Camera 1. And it's going to look really weird. As you can see, it has all these little like just lines. And those actually those are null objects within After Effects, and they represent those little points that we saw in Bozo. So we can take all those points here. We can click scale and just scale it to maybe 1. Let's see. That makes a difference. Even smaller. 0.2 maybe. Make it really small. Oh, even smaller than that. 0.02. And there we have it. And now if you look at it, you can see those are all those little points that are moving in 3D space. So now we can import the footage. And the footage is here. And once you've imported the footage, we're just going to put it here right on the bottom underneath the camera and everything. So I'll just drag and drop it. And just to make sure, we'll scroll through the shot, make sure that those squares are actually lining up with different landmarks. And yep, they are. So now what we can end up doing is so just taking some stock footage, you know, again, of other things, which again you can find it on Video Blocks. Here I'm actually going to end up using something from Video Copilot. Like let's look at some smoke, for example. Here's a little clip of just, you know, this fire and then this kind of billowing smoke. So I'll take that, kind of drop it here in our comp over the camera, and here it is. And now I can basically turn this into a 3D layer. So I go down here and check mark this thing to make it a 3D layer. And then I'm gonna go here to my transform and look at the position here. And then I'm also gonna go and basically just decide where I want to put this fire now. So let's say I want to make it look like I don't know, maybe this tree here is on fire. So I'll take basically one of those null objects that is over there, and I'll just track it which one it is. It's this point here. And what I can just do is I can just go here and basically select the position and go Control C to copy it. And then I'll go to our jarhead here, smoke layer, and I'll just basically Control V to paste that smoke there. And then I have to scale it a lot. As you can see there, I scaled it down, and you can see it's there. Now the only problem is, you know, it is moving in 3D space. The only problem is it seems to be like sort of going in you know, from underneath the snow there. So I got to change the anchor point. So anchor point is basically where it sort of, you know, anchors, like I said. So we want to anchor it to the bottom here of the smoke. So just move the anchor point here and move it up somewhere there. And, you know, if you want, you can scale it up, make it maybe a bit more so dramatic. And again, we'll adjust the anchor point here to move it up. And as you can see now, we have that fire there. It looks like it's part of the scene. So now let's say I'll add another one. Let's say another one of these same smokes here. Just kind of duplicate it, offset the time a little bit. And let's say we want to have one like right here somewhere, really close. Okay, so I picked that point. Again, I gotta see which one it is. Track it down here since we have so many of these points. And it's this one, null auto to 22. Again, Control C on the position. And then now I'm gonna go here to the position again. And just Control V. And there, you see it. You can see how this looks now. You can again scroll the shot. And yeah, looks like it's moving in 3D space. I can select now, for example, all of the nulls here. Just pick it and just hide the nulls and do a quick preview just to see how it looks. And just to make sure that it is, you know, it's like I said, it's matching the shot. And let's just quickly see this. And as you can see, it's already looking like it's, you know, like the fire is there in 3D space. Now, obviously, then, you know, next thing you got to do is you got to adjust the color correction of each of these elements to kind of match it. to do the shot. So here's actually my finished shot. Just going to show you guys quickly without taking you through all the steps, because it would take I think a few hours. I think just to do this one shot, it took me a few hours to kind of fine-tune everything. And here, let me actually show you how the shot looks, sort of like with all the layers on it. So as you can see, I added like a lot more. I used some of that smoke, but I blurred it. I desaturated the contrast. I also took the original shot here and I sort of adjusted the brightness of it, the levels, because the snow was really, really bright. So I wanted to feel kind of like a, like a gloomy day. So I did that, and then what else did I do? And then I added also some stock footage of just fires, things like that. And this is how the shot looks. Let me do a quick preview here again. So, this is how the shot looks here when you look at a full frame. And, it's pretty cool. I get some little bit of like smoke elements in front of the camera. So as we fly in, we sort of pass it and things like that. And if, next thing really that I have to do is just apply some color correction to sort of match the whole shot. So when I do that, here's the final effect. So. Now, if you guys are interested in getting, basically stock footage for your next production, then just head on over to videoblocks.com/go and then tomantosfilms.com. When you go to the address, you're going to be presented with this page with 7 days of free downloads. So all you got to do is sign up and you can start downloading for 7 days for free. Try out, video blocks. Like I said, there's thousands and thousands of video clips, clip art, After Effects templates, all kinds of cool stuff that they have. It's all royalty free, so you don't have to worry about it. You can use it, and for every kind of production out there. And like I said, I think it's one of the better video stock websites because it's so easy to use. And like I said, you just subscribe to it and you can just download, all the clips that you want. You don't have to worry about rights or all that stuff. And as always, if you guys want the direct links, just again check the description of this video or go to tomantosfilms.com for all the information. Thank you, and I'll see you guys next time.